Okay, so I know I was only supposed to install a theme change for you, but I actually went ahead and took some of the stress out of your life by giving you many of the plugins that you actually need. So I'm going to show you kind of what your homework assignment is to work on your WordPress site. But basically, I've set you up with everything that you could possibly ever need, so you're completely set up for success. So I'm going to go over these with you briefly. The auto terms of service and privacy policy. This is something you have to set up, and you have to have these pages on your website in order to not be penalized by search engines in today's world. If you don't have these, you will be penalized by search engines. So I did want to bring that to your attention. So I installed this plugin for you. Contact Form 7, I installed that form for you as well. Duplicate post. If you ever want to duplicate or clone a page, this makes it super duper easy for you. So I put that in there as well. Force regenerate thumbnails is going to come in handy to downsize your images automatically, because images, the more you upload, the slower your site is going to be. I'm also going to recommend that you get a CDN. Cloudflare offers one free, so I would highly recommend looking into that, cloudflare.com, and I'll throw the link in this as well. And then your Jetpack is there. You have layer slider, which allows you to customize and do some text overlay over all of the beautiful images that are preloaded in the theme that I gave you. And I'm going to go over that in a minute. Lightweight social icons. This allows you to do a lot of social sharing and program these in. I put in MailChimp for WordPress because you were asking me what the main thing was for MailChimp. So I made sure that that got in there. And then your mass share, I put share buttons in there. So you've got lightweight social icons, which is primarily more for follows. And then mass share, which is obviously for sharing. Opt-in forms, this allows you to do email pop-ups, kind of like what we talked about in our phone call for your business, where you have the capability of doing the pop-up opt-in forms and also creating widgets in your sidebar so that you can connect with your MailChimp as well. I also took the liberty of putting in related posts. This is going to put related posts automatically at the bottom of every single blog that you have. Republish old posts. This is brilliant because what this does is it takes some of your older content and republishes it as brand new. Then I also put revive old posts, which allows you to retweet, re-Facebook, repost things that you've already posted automatically. So you have a lot of your things on autopilot. Slider revolution is just another option that you have, in as much as having the capability of putting in different slider bars, things like that. I'm going to be very honest with you. Layer slider is probably going to be easier for you to work with. It's a much easier novice tool. Slider revolution is a little bit more complex, but I put them both on there so that you can see and kind of compare and contrast what works for you. I also put on your WordPress Super Cache. WordPress Super Cache allows you to go in and just kind of minimize the runtime of your site, because load time is very important. There are two different drag and drop builders. There's Muffin Builder, which I think you'll have an easy time using, but I also put WP Bakery Visual Composer on here for you as well. Now, I did this because I wanted you to play with both of them and see which one you liked better. If you want the license for WP Bakery, you can purchase that from me. It's $20, and then you can go from there. But I just wanted you to see what was already included in the theme, and then something else that might work better for you. And then for your SEO, I went ahead and put Yoast on there. So let's go into kind of what your homework is and what your strategy is going to be moving forward. The first thing you're going to do is actually, one of the reasons I chose this theme for you is it comes with 234 different theme websites. So this is cool for you, in addition to, if you ever want to build sites for a client or anything like this, you've got the license purchase so that you have all of these different templates that you can use, abuse, put on sites, whatever it is you want to do. So that was one of the reasons that I chose this theme for you. Now there's a couple other reasons that I chose this for you as well. Part of designing a WordPress site and doing it well means that you need to approach it with a very methodic intention. What this does for you in appearance under BeTheme options is it allows you to be incredibly intentional, because what this is going to do is take you through each one of the settings options that I take as a professional, or that my team takes as professionals, and that, you know, we go through as we're building a site. So literally, you're going to be able to go step by step by step by step and customize your site the way that you want it and make it look the way that you want it. So that was another reason that I chose this theme with complete intention. Now I want to show you this as well. If you go into all pages, by the way, you can change your theme with any of the 234 options that you have on there. So, you know, don't stress about that. So like if we go to your home page, for example, and this is what I was talking about, in as much as having the capability of going in to your home page and having, you know, a builder done for you. So you've got your Yoast SEO, okay? So you're going to notice a few different things as you load your pages. And then you've got your mass share options where you can share these things, add your own interest, image, share it to Pinterest, custom tweet it. I mean, literally completely set you up for success. But here's where it gets pretty cool. So here you have all of these options and it's just your builder down here, literally. So you can build these different things. So you already can kind of see what the layout is, but you can customize this however the heck you want to customize it. So, you know, it's pretty easy to use. Just simply click the edit button for each section and, you know, just kind of play with it and see what works for you. But I mean, it literally, you know, you can go in here and you can put in short codes, you can put in links, you can put in images, you can, you know, add all kinds of cool stuff with it. So you can kind of play with it and, you know, look at it the way that it is, but also customize it however you want. So that's another cool thing. And then whenever you want to add something, it's super easy because all you're going to do is hit add item and you've got all of these super cool different things in here that are already coded. You don't need to know any coding with this sucker. So it's really going to be helpful for you, but it's giving you pretty much everything you need to approach your design in a very methodical, very intentional way. Now, that being said, I'm not a huge fan of Jetpack, but if you have this on there, you know, go in, get your settings, get your social media auto post, you know, done with that, you know, and use like the caching tools and things of that nature to improve on that. But a few other things that you have on here, because your site is what it is, you do need to have a portfolio just kind of showing some of your older works, things of that nature, as you're putting things in your shop section. So I made sure that that was in there. Your feedback, that allows people to leave reviews on your site, which is pretty cool. If you have clients you want to showcase, you can simply add them here under your clients button. And then if you have offers you want to do, like for example, if you want to offer 20% off 1 month or 10% off or anything like that, you can program these in here very easily. Your opt-in form settings are done here. And this is pretty simple. So you've got, you know, your email solution, and yours is going to be MailChimp, and then you're going to do your list ID and then a redirect URL if you want to do a thank you page or something of that nature. Testimonials, this is pretty cool. So anytime somebody gives you a testimonial, this is where you can add this in. And on pages, you can actually create a testimonial slider or testimonial widget that allows people to see all of the fantastic things that other people are saying about your business. Now, if you want to have one layout that you want to utilize over and over again, you can save a page as a layout, add a new page, and then just kind of reuse that layout wherever you want on your website. Your templates, you have several different templates in here that you can use, and then you can add new templates as well. This is where you're going to customize your contact form, and it's really simple. All you have to do on your contact page, honestly, is just copy paste this short code on your contact page and your contact form will be there. So you can edit this, you can sync this up with your MailChimp as well. So that's another great thing for you to do. And literally the way that I recommend you do this is just very methodically go down the list and start customizing each section the way that you want it. Now on appearance, you know, that's where you want to start with your BeTheme options. So I would start there. Users, this is where you can add new users, authors, things of that nature to your site. This is where you would use the force regenerate thumbnails tool, and this is going to just downsize some of the images on your site to make them a little bit more user-friendly and not kill your user experience. Now, if you want to use Visual Composer as opposed to the Muffin Builder, because this is also very simple drag and drop editor, okay? You can choose what pages you want, and then you can also select over here the templates that you want for that page. So it's just another builder that you can utilize that's pretty gosh darn cool. And then, you know, you can even take short codes and things like that. So you can literally say, hey, I want to, you know, take this on my post page and I want to create a drag and drop builder and I want this type of template on there. So it's really simple to use. You just have to get in there and click on it and use it. So like if you were to go into your pages, let's just check the about real fast. And this is just kind of the differentiation between the two. So you can do the back-end editor for Visual Composer or the front-end editor, and it's super easy. So if you want to do the back-end editor, this is what it's going to look like. You can edit your text blocks, you can delete things, you can add to the column, you know, you can add things to this section. So it's a pretty nifty little tool that you can use, but you can put your row settings in here, your column settings in there. And then anytime you want to add something, just simply click on that plus bar, and kapow, you have all of these things on there that you can utilize as a drag and drop functionality for pretty much anything that you want. So you can really customize your site and make it look super professional, modeling it after something obviously that you know you prefer. So if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as opposed to using the Muffin Builder. Now if you want to use the Muffin Builder, you simply just scroll down and then you've got, you know, your layout, things of that nature here. So you've got your page options. If you want to add a section, then you're going to add a wrap, and then you're going to add an item and then select which item you want. So it's similar to Visual Composer, but it's just a little bit different. And as much as this one is included with the theme, Visual Composer is an additional cost. But I wanted you to be able to see both of those. So the next thing I want to bring to your attention is your auto terms of service settings. And this is all going to be in your settings menu. So when you go to this, what this is going to do for you, which is pretty cool, is you're going to go in here and you're just going to copy paste these shortcodes into the pages that you're going to title My Terms of Service and My Privacy Policy. What I tend to do is I create two separate pages and I just copy paste this shortcode into those pages so that you have it. All you have to do is click off or on. You're going to click on, and then your headings for each page. Then you're going to put your business name, possessive names, things of that nature, your DMCA notice, and that's important as well. So that's something else you want to, you know, just kind of bear in mind. Your venue, and then simply save those changes and you are all set. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're methodically going through and, you know, kind of looking at this stuff. You've got your duplicate post settings that you can use here, and then this will, you know, just duplicate other posts for you or other pages. Your related post settings will be set up in the related post menu options. And that's pretty simple as well. So you're just going to say related posts, however many related posts you want, and it will automatically put those at the bottom of each post and or page, depending on the selections that you want to do. Then republish old posts. Now this one you might need to get in touch with me for, because it can be a little bit convoluted when you're setting this up. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go in and set this up however many intervals you want, you know, original data publication, things of that nature, however you want to set that up, but that's just something probably for later on. Your WordPress Super Cache. This is where you're going to set your caching options. I turn caching on for you. You can test your cache, and then this is also where you can find information on getting a CDN, which again, I highly, highly, highly recommend because it's going to help speed up your site significantly. Then you have your sharing options down here, and you can literally just connect with clicks of buttons all these different options to where people can share pretty much whatever you want, and then you can say, I want this turned on here or wherever. So that's something else that you want to be cognizant of. Yoast SEO is incredibly important, A, for SEO, but also B, for Google ranking, period, the end. There's really no way, and this is something a lot of people, I think, overlook, because you have to have your sitemap submitted to Google. You have to have different things submitted as well. So you've got, some different options here that are going to tell you what's wrong with your site, that it's not being indexed in search engines. And this is very important, especially as you're writing for SEO or writing for the web, to have these options and notifications that you can go in and fix. So it's like I always say, there's a lot of stuff to know when it comes to building and maintaining a WordPress site that I think a lot of people really overlook. Now with this, I want you to go through the configuration wizard. You have different features on here that you can enable or disable. It's pretty much set up for you already for success, so don't stress too much about it. But you're going to want to put in your website name, your alternate name, choosing whether you're a company or a person. And then your webmaster tools. It's got the links here. So you just go through each one and set it up according to the instructions, because that's really going to make a difference in how often you're indexed. MailChimp for WordPress, you're simply going to set up, again, per the instructions, your MailChimp account using your API key, which you get in your account settings for MailChimp. And it literally walks you through this too. So you just say, get your API key. It's going to show you exactly where to go, how to get there, and what you need. And then you can create forms and integrations through there as well. This one does require a little bit of programming, but again, it's not going to be killing you, because what you're going to do, and you have the free version of this, but you're just going to add the accounts that you want, your older posts to get published to, and then set them up. So literally, don't get so overwhelmed with this. What you want to do is just kind of go in here and say, okay, I'm being guided step by step as I go through each tab or each thing. So if you approach this methodically and do it the way that I recommend, in as much as going, just kind of down the list, starting off with customizing your theme and then customizing these other little options, you're going to have something that you really will be proud of. This is where you're going to access your layer slider. So layer slider here, you can go in and import sliders, add new sliders, all kinds of cool stuff in there. So that's an option as well. And that's what I was talking about, in as much as like header images. And what do I mean by header images? I mean this right here. So you've got that. And you don't need to get really technical with this. You can really just like add a new slider, put a pretty picture in there, and then say where you want it to go on that page using Muffin Builder. By the way, you're going to say, do you want to use Revolution Slider, or do you want to use Featured Post Image, or do you want to use, the layer slider? So all you have to do at the bottom of each page, and I'm going to show you this really quick. And just for giggles, we're going to go back into the About page, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So you've got your page here, you've got your sharing options, and what you're going to do here is you're going to say media, slider, layer slider, and then select the layer slider for that page that you want, and then that image will appear right here in your header. So it's not super complicated. Again, especially if you look at this in a very methodical way, it's something that you can definitely get done. But again, where you're going to start is in appearance, and you're going to go into BeTheme options, and you're going to, just very methodically go through each and every step to set up your site, using this as your guide, essentially. And then you have that capability of, going and customizing things, changing up your look and feel of your website however you want and as often as you want. And you even have a backup tool in here. So that's important as well, to back up your site regularly, because if you don't, you can lose stuff. And I have lost stuff, so don't do that. But in a nutshell, that's essentially what's been done for you. So you can, get to work on that. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. All righty. Thanks so much. Have a great one.